All right, welcome back, remodelers. Here we are. It's day 3. We got a good one. Yes, it is Friday, and I recognize that might be a challenge for some of you, but really do have some top-notch material that you're going to see. And understand that the way we communicate is super important. And when you use the right words, the right phrases, your message will hit much better. And oftentimes, it's just tweaking a couple things. So let's get into it. All right, let me share my screen. Hope you all had an awesome week. And let's get on this. Share screen. We want this window over here. All right, so as you know, we're doing the 30-day AI prompt challenge for remodelers. Very cool. All right. So if you've missed anything, you can just go back to our YouTube channel and you will be able to find the other videos. And for the content that's being shared, like some of the prompts, downloads, you have to come into the Remodelers, Helping Remodelers Facebook group, and then ask anything, and we will set you up with anything that you need specifically regarding these 30 days that you've seen, okay? All right, so let's take a look at day 3, right? All right, so here we're going to do what's called, we're outlining our process, and we're going to set up the position of what our value, right? This is important because homeowners will pay for what they value. And if they don't see value in what you have to offer, they're not going to be willing to pay, correct? All right. So why does all this matter? See, you got to understand basics of human psychology. And the average homeowner is scared to death because they have heard so many horror stories about neighbors, friends, family members, right? Remember, the bar in contracting and remodeling, where is it set? That's right. It's set low. All right. And so many people have had bad experiences that the average person almost expects to have a bad experience more than they expect to have a good experience. Once you understand that, you talk in a way that will resonate with the homeowner, and they'll be like, this contractor is a breath of fresh air, right? All right. So, homeowners' biggest fear, they're worried about surprises, confusing, contractors that are winging it, contractors that will ghost them, not get back to them, right? You overcome those objections that are in the back of their mind, and by demonstrating that you are not what they fear. All right. How do you do that? One, you show them you have a plan, right? And this is the letter O in our profit framework that we go over in the academy. O is to outline. So when you have a clear plan that you lay out step by step, the process, and it shows from the consultation stage all the way through to the sign-off stage where you're handing over the keys to tell the homeowner it's yours to drive now. And when you can explain and you demonstrate, Mr. and Mrs. Client, this is how I can walk you through everything. Timelines, decisions, budgets, right? You can help create a sense of calm and professionalism so that the homeowner's anxiety level drops and they release and relax their guard, right? And then that's when you can have real conversations and make a real impact. All right. Yeah, remember at the end of the day, what we do when I'm out in the field and I'm talking with a homeowner is they see all these contractors, and to them everyone looks the same. And I'm showing them how I am different and I separate myself from the pack. And I say, yeah, all those other guys, sure, you can pick them if you like, and you'll get that same experience that a lot of your friends and neighbors have had. If you're looking for something different, that's us. And we show them how we are different. We separate ourselves from the pack, right? And at the end of the day, I'm able to demonstrate to the homeowner that we are not only are we their best choice, but we are like the only choice. Why wouldn't you hire us? Because this is what you're looking for, and that's what we're able to deliver. All right, so let's get into some more details here. So basically, you can take the prompt that we provide here and you can just copy and paste it right into ChatGPT. So this is what you're going to say. I'm a professional remodeling contractor offering design build services for, and let's say you do kitchens, baths, right? You put in your service and you ask ChatGPT, please help me write a one-page client-facing process overview that clearly outlines the steps from the first consultation through project completion. All right. You use plain professional language, emphasize how we set clear expectations for scope, timeline, and budget, and how our team helps clients through every step. Include 5 to 7 main phrases like discovery call, design phase, pre-construction, build phase, final walkthrough, etc. All right. The goal is to show prospects that we're not just contractors, we're experts with a proven system. This roadmap should make them feel confident, safe, and excited to move forward with us. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So feel free to include a short paragraph and then bullet points or numbered steps. And we have a bonus add-on that we'll come back to. All right. So here's our end result. Our proven remodeling process, right? So, Mr. and Ms. Smith, from concept to completion, we provide a roadmap to a smooth, successful project, right? You're letting them know you're not going to have to worry, be up late at night, have anxiety that we're not going to be able to complete the job or that we don't know what we're doing. We do know what we're doing. And then you say, at such and such, like our company, we don't just swing hammers. We guide you through a structured step-by-step process. Takes the stress out of remodeling, right? From the very first call to the final walkthrough, our team's committed to the clarity, communication, and craftsmanship. We help you plan all the details before construction begins, so there's no surprises, just a smooth experience. Finished on time and on budget. Now, here's how we do it. All right. First, we do the discovery call, right? So that's when we have our friendly phone conversation to learn more about your goals, timeline, investment range. This call helps us to determine if we're a right fit and set expectations early. Most of the time, by this stage, you've already done that. So you just reiterate, hey, we've already done the first stage, the second phase, design planning phase, right? So here's where you dive into the vision with the homeowner. Together, we work together, right? Remember, in our sales process, we don't want to be across the table from the homeowner. We want to position ourselves alongside the homeowner. It's like we can put our arm around them. They can put their arm around us because we're working on the problem together. See, in a traditional sales process, the average remodeler is across from the homeowner and the homeowner perceives you as the problem, right? Because they're talking at you to, whereas what we do, we position ourselves alongside the homeowner and we put the problem neck in front of us both. So we're looking at the problem here. Oh, the budget's the problem, the price. Well, let's see how we can fix that. I'm not fixing it. It's how can we fix it? Does that make sense? All right. So you dive into the vision together, Mr. and Mrs. Client and us. We're going to create a tailored design, a scope of work. We're going to make some selections and we're going to develop a realistic budget. And at the end of this process, you're going to have a detailed plan that maps out every phase before the work begins. Look, in any successful journey, you got to know where you're going and how you're going to get there. Same thing in remodeling. When you lay it all out to the homeowner, yes, it makes sense to you, but you have to show and help the homeowner understand so it makes sense to them and it takes the fear, and that's why they will commit, right? A lot of large companies clearly can demonstrate to the homeowner they have a process, and that's why homeowners will end up paying 2 to 3 times what you bid to go with someone else because they just trusted the other person more than they trusted you. You just focused on some features. The other contractor focused on the process and how they were going to guarantee the homeowner success. All right. Pre-construction meetings are very important. And you let the homeowner know that you do these up front, right? So listen, before we come in and swing any hammers, we're going to meet, we're going to review logistically the job site, access, working hours, material delivery schedules, right? We're going to go over any concerns that you have so you'll know exactly what to expect and who to contact throughout the project. So in our company, the way this works is the pre-construction meeting is where you do the transition. So sales has been working with the client. Once the job is sold, sales hands it off to production. That's what the pre-construction meeting is. So production comes in. A lot of you guys, you get your, I've heard people say, or I've experienced this, and I know a lot of you experience it. You're saying the homeowner's frustrated. They expected me on the job site every day. Well, they did, because when you were selling them, you just talked about how great you were. If you don't want the client to expect you to be on the job every day, when you're presenting your company, you explain how great your team is, so that the homeowner understands that you have an amazing team, and they shouldn't expect you to be there every day. Your team is going to be there, right? You oversee things, but the team is who shows up every day. So that's why you have the pre-construction meeting, so you can do the handoff between sales and moving it over to production. And then at that point, the homeowner has their new contact, which is your project manager or lead carpenter. All right. So now we move over into the build phase, and we let the homeowner know, look, with the plans and the materials all in place, our construction, your remodel, it begins. Our experienced team executes with precision and care. You'll receive regular updates and walkthroughs to ensure everything's on track to your satisfaction, right? This is basic communication, but it has to be explicitly said that you do it, so the homeowner understands. If you don't say that you do it, the expectation could be that you don't, because you didn't say that you did it. All right. You have to be very literate and clear and direct. All right. So homeowners want to know that you're going to be able to get the ball to the goal, right? So what does that mean in remodeling? That you're going to be able to finish the job, and you'll be able to finish it when you said you would, how you said you would, the way you said you would, for the cost that you said you would. So explain to the homeowner how you have what's called the final walkthrough completion stage, right? And look, once all the work's complete, we're going to walk through the space. We're going to make sure that everything is up to your expectation. We'll address any items promptly, and we're going to leave you with a finished space you'll be proud of. Now, here's a trick. It's outside of this scope. The way you succeed in final walkthroughs is you have pre-walkthroughs throughout the job. You're constantly asking the homeowner to come through. Hey, let's take a look at this phase. Did you see how we did this? You see that? Did you have any questions about this? Does everything look good? Great. Now, another quick thing about final walkthroughs is you have to prep the homeowner about what a walkthrough is and what they should be looking for and how they should critique the job. So in our state, our code of ethics standards of practice talks about the 6-foot rule. So a homeowner should stand back from any part of the project and look at it from a distance of approximately 6 feet. And at that distance, if there are glaring concerns and issues, they bring it up. What it doesn't mean is that the homeowner gets up 1 foot away from your sheetrock and shines a halogen on it to see if there's any imperfections, right? Because you will see things like that at that distance. It's a 6-foot rule. So you go over this and you prep the homeowner on how they should evaluate your work. You don't just leave it up to them to evaluate. You prep them on how to evaluate. All right. These little things will make a night and day difference in your job. Okay. Now, this is a really good slide here, and you should have this as its own separate page, like in your presentation. It's its own slide. If you're doing a digital presentation, you can even put this on like a flyer to hand out. Homeowners want to know what makes you different. Well, you let them know. Look, Mr. and Ms. Smith, we don't just build projects, we build peace of mind. Our systemized process, transparent communication, and attention to detail set us apart, right? With such and such contractor, remodeler, you're never left guessing. You'll always know what's happening, when it's happening, and why. This is important to reiterate, and you have to say it and put it out there, and then you have to demonstrate it, and you have to deliver on it. All right. We have another important prompt that we've created here. That's why homeowners choose us. So this is where you're going to put your company name in. And again, this should be its own handout, its own slide in your presentation deck. Why do homeowners choose us? Well, at such and such remodeling. We're more than remodelers. We're planners, communicators, professionals who understand that your home is personal. Our proven process keeps you informed every step of the way, eliminate confusion and minimizing stress. We don't leave things to chance. We plan with precision. We set clear expectations. We solve problems before they become delays. See that? We're ahead of the curve. That means fewer surprises, smoother timelines, and a finished project you'll love. With us, you just don't get a contractor, you get a partner who's committed to your peace of mind. See, again, we've moved alongside the homeowner. We're not across from them, and we're now their advocate, we're their friend. We're there to work with them to solve their remodeling issue. All right. So, again, this is how you get success in the Chat GPT prompt world. And the way that would look is here. So we take, this is for you. I'm a professional remodeling contractor. You take this prompt, pop it in. Okay, so here it is, folks. So you say, I'm a professional remodeling contractor offering, and then you put your service there. I have design build services for kitchens, bathrooms, whole home remodels. You put what you do, right? And then you say, please help me write a one-page client-facing process overview that clearly outlines the steps from the first consultation through project completion, right? Use plain professional language, emphasize how we set clear expectations for scope, timeline, budget, and how our team helps clients through every step. Include 5 to 7 main phrases, right? You can adjust these if you want to have something different in there. The goal is to show prospects that we're not just contractors, we're experts with a proven system. Again, we're eliminating their anxiety and fear and worry that we don't know what we're doing by explaining to them that we do, right? So this roadmap should make the homeowner feel confident, safe, and excited to move forward with us. Feel free to include a short paragraph and then bullet points or numbered steps. So that's your Chat GPT prompt. You put that in, make any adjustments. If you want to use any different language, that's fine. You hit, and then Chat GPT is going to spit back out. Here's your one-page remodeling process overview. Look at that. So now you have something to talk to the homeowner about. Here is the remodeling roadmap, right? It's your proven step-by-step process. And you explain that to the homeowner. You walk through each of these steps with them real quick so that they understand, hey, if we hire your company, right, this is what our process is going to look like. Show them. Don't let them be worried about it or think that it's going to be like it was when their neighbor hired somebody. It was a disaster. So you show them that you know what the hell you're doing. So there you go. Included, if you tune in now, you want to go back and watch where I talked about the bonus section. Have an awesome night. And thank you for being here for day 3. And we will be back every day for the next, it's going to be 30 days total. So you have another 27 days to catch a new Chat GPT or AI style prompt that we will be able to utilize for remodeling success. Wish you all the best. Take care.